Today we are with Iria Soto. She is the project manager of agroecology and also a researcher at LifeWatch ERIC. And she's going to talk a little more about agroecology because we had another person that talked about it. It was Jose Manuel. And today we're with her. So good morning. How are you?
Good morning, and thanks for the invitation.
Thanks to you for coming today. Can you tell us the work that you develop in your department?
Yeah, so as you said, I work for the agroecology department at LifeWatch ERIC together with Jose Manuel, and we are managing and participating in different European projects. So I think that today we can talk about 5 main projects. So those will be already projects. In this project we are developing or supporting the development of a pilot network on living labs and research infrastructures on agroecology. Then this project has laid the foundation for a new project that will start next year on the agroecology, which is called the Agroecology Partnership. And then we are also involved in other 3 projects. AgroServe project, in which different research infrastructures will try to work together in order to provide services, integrated services to the research community and the agroecology community as a whole. And also another project which is Path to the App, paving the way for the digital use of technologies in agroecology. And the last project is called STEP FOS, which trains to reinforce the dialogue between policymakers and researchers, and this last project will take place in Africa. So we are expanding our network
a little bit, yes, around the world, let's say. And can you tell us more specifically about already the first project you have mentioned?
Yeah, already project has been one of the first projects that we had our department, and as I said, the idea is to support the development of a pilot network on living labs, European pilot network of living lab and research infrastructure. It was a 3-year project. It ended last month, so it just ended, and we are participating 13 partners from different regions of Europe, and it's coordinated by INRAE, which is a French institution.
And what is it exactly, a living lab, if you can explain? So
living labs are open innovation arrangement in which the collaboration is fostered among different actors of the society. So following the quadruple helix, living labs should promote the use of, or promote the work, or promote the performance of work and the assessment of needs based on 4 types of stakeholders. So the society, the general society, policymakers, researchers, and also the industry. And the idea is to have this arrangement that should be orchestrated by an institution, and the idea is to develop research based and adapted to the local and specific needs, and all the innovation and research that will be developed should be adapted to this need and generated in a participatory, in a co-creation process with the different actors that I previously mentioned.
And what are the specific tasks that you're dealing with in the project?
In the project, LifeWatch ERIC is mainly working with the data management, developing the data management plans, but the biggest part of the work is the development of an agroecology virtual lab. And the agroecological virtual lab is a virtual platform, so a web-based space in which we enhance the collaboration among the different members of this pilot network.
And how did you design it?
So the The platform was designed in a co-creation approach, so taking into consideration and sitting together the different living labs, the different research infrastructures and their members, so they could design how they wanted the platform to be and develop and identify the functionalities that they wanted to have in the platform. So among the functionalities that were finally set, we can find like a map. For the members, it was really important to have a visual graph in which they could see the location of the different living labs and research infrastructure, and also the specific characteristics that they had. There's also a functionality on a marketplace. So we have a marketplace in which we can offer collaboration opportunity and we can look for opportunities to collaborate. There's also a repository where we can share resources, information on news, papers, all type of documents or of knowledge. So we can share knowledge, also best practices that work at the field level. And we also have some communication channels like a messenger, or you can chat with the different members of that platform.
Sounds interesting and very applicable to everything, I think, in this field. And have you worked in this pilot?
Yes, we were a member of the pilot network too. So we had like two hats. We developed this agroecological virtual lab, but also we participate in the network. So we support the network in defining the capacity building needs, so trying to see which capacities should be reinforced and generated for promoting this type of projects and actions. And we were also sharing knowledge with the different participants and so on. So it was really an enriching experience. We were meeting once every 6 months to work together and to collaborate and try to establish synergies among us.
Definitely has to be a very good job, and you have, I think, developed a lot of different opportunities. Please, if you can explain a little more about the agroecology partnership that you have developed.
So the agroecology partnership is a project in which we are participating. It's coordinated by Jülich University and the French National Agency. And we are participating, coordinating one of the work package together with Wageningen University. And this agroecology partnership was generated because already, together with another, the project that I was mentioned before, together with another project, build the foundation for this project. So from the pilot network, we are now passing for an European network of living labs and research infrastructures on agroecology. And the project has many different partners, around 76, and we work in, like, the partners belong to different 26 member states or regions of Europe, and it will be a 7-year project where many actions will take place on building capacities for research infrastructures on agroecology and living labs, trying to enhance the collaboration among us, also trying to foster the dialogue from the science together with the policy. So there are like different elements that will be developed. And for the work that will be performed by agroecology, like by us, will be to develop the data management and monitoring plan. So that's the main work that we will perform. So developing the conceptual framework for developing after the indicators and the potential methodologies and tools that can be used to assess if or how the agroecological transition is taking place in Europe on one hand, and on the other, the projects that are being found under this agroecology partnership.
And what is the specific work that you are developing in that place, like in the project?
In the partnership, as I said, like, we are working on the data management and monitoring. Okay. So we are supporting on evaluating the transition. So providing first, like the plan, how we are going to structure, consulting the different stakeholders that already have a say and are expert on methodologies, so trying to identify which methodologies fit better to the specific needs, also assessing the available data set and trying to provide with guidelines for the harmonization of the data set that already exist and the ones that will be generated within the framework of this project.
And talking about another project, AgroServe, can you explain about it?
Yeah, so AgroServe is again an European project which main aim is to provide services or to sit all research infrastructures that exist in Europe, no, but to sit 13 research infrastructures that we came from different fields, so from more environmental, other from more socioeconomic fields, and that we work at different scales from the cellule to the landscape, and try to work together in order to generate a pipeline of services that can be of use to boost the agroecological transition. And the provision of these services will be, like, the end users will be mainly researchers, but also living labs and other, like, and the private sector too can benefit from these services.
And also for the farmers, how can you apply this service to them?
The idea is that the services that we are generated can be targeted to farmers by means of the living lab. So the living lab can help on upscaling the need that the farmers have. So try to upscale it and transform it into a research question that can be solved with the services that we are providing by using participatory and co-creation approaches.
So it's very useful for them too.
Yes.
I can see. And also the next one, it's another project called, can you remember the name? Yes?
Path to the...
Yes, that's it. Can you explain more about it?
Yeah, this project is again an European project that started at the beginning of this year, so we have a long way to go yet. It's like a 4-year project, and the idea is to unlock the potential that digital technologies can have on the agroecology sector. So try to identify which are the barriers, the drivers that can boost the use of those technologies among the agroecology sector. And we also, in the project there are also showcases in which different specific digital technologies will be tested in 5 different regions of Europe. So we will get information of the application of those technologies in real cases.
And the last one, but not less important, how does it work, the Stepfos one?
That project has as the main objective to strengthen the collaboration between researchers and policymakers in the field of sustainable agricultural and food systems. And the project will start next year. It's a 4-year project. It's coordinated by FARA, the Forum of Agricultural Research in Africa. So we have like an African lead institution leading the process. And as I said, the idea is to try to foster the collaboration between the researchers that generate data that could help to solve or to provide insights into the development of policies and legislation. So the legislation is based on real facts and on methodologies that are well validated.
To help them to manage better their agriculture and everything, I think.
Yeah, okay. and to generate policies which are based on
data and
data, exactly.
More exact, I think.
Yeah, more precise, and what we are doing there, because the idea is to sit together these different stakeholders, researchers and policymakers. There are also some actions in which practitioners from the territories will also be engaged. In fact, there's a farmer association which is participating also in the project. But what the service that we as LifeWatch ERIC are providing in this project is the generation of a virtual lab. So a platform to collaborate. So on top of the different stakeholders that I mentioned, sitting together and participating in forums, workshops, they can also virtually, when they are not together, check on the other, so see which researchers are working on the topics of their interest, what are the research, a specific research that they are performing. The policymakers can ask for a specific research request based on the needs of the policy that they have to develop, and so on.
That sounds very interesting. Thank you very much for all the project you have brought to explain to us today. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation.